All right, it's week 2 of the NFL season, and it just so happened to be one of the most craziest, fearful rivalries in the NFL the past 6 or 7 years. Of course, San Francisco versus the LA Rams. So Niners, Rams, week 2, both teams are 1-0. This is a little preview before the game tomorrow. As you know, it's on Fox at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, 3:05 Central time, and let's get right into it. You know, this rivalry is kind of lopsided right now during the regular season in the favor of the 49ers. I think they won hell what 8 straight matchups in the regular season the past couple years, but when McVay first took over the Rams, it was the opposite way around. But Shanahan has got on into the 49ers coaching staff. He's a head coach, and his scheme just seems to give the Rams fit every year, unless it's when it matters, which is the NFC Championship game from 2 years ago. But that's neither here or there. Just to throw it out there, still, 49ers fans, don't forget you lost the one that counted. But this game in particular is kind of interesting to me because I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't expect the Rams to win last week against Seattle, but the defense really showed up, and the offense, was clicking. Matthew Stafford is looking healthy. He is throwing that ball with a lot of force, accuracy. Tutu Atwell, Puka Nakua, both over 100 yards. Like, I expect that to continue tomorrow against the 49ers because I think it was easier for the 49ers to game plan because everything was going to be based around Cooper Cup last year. And, this season, without Cup, Stafford is forced to spread the ball around. Like, he's not going to be able to dial in the Cooper Cup 90% of the time, which was going to lead, San Francisco defense to tailor towards Cooper Cup double teams. And then, their defense is so good, they could double Cup and then still have everyone else on lockdown, all the other receivers and tight ends and running backs. And so, but this matchup, I think it's going to go a long way of seeing how good the Rams can be if they go out there and put up a good fight, it's a close game and they don't pull it out. I'm going to be, very impressed with that. But if they go in there and win against one of the best teams in the league, everybody's picking the 49ers to get to the Super Bowl. If they beat the 49ers tomorrow, all the talk of the Rams so-called tanking, it's a wrap. Like, if you're tanking, you're not even putting up the forth the effort to beat a stout defensive team, not alone one of the best offenses in the league. So we shall see what happens. I'm hoping the Rams win. I'm a Rams fan since day one, even back in the St. Louis days. I'm from St. Louis, so I grew up watching the Rams. I moved out of St. Louis, and I'm in here in Dallas, Texas. People are like, why are you still a Rams fan? They moved, they left. If you're a fan, a real fan, you're gonna stick with that team that you became a fan with, no matter what. And so I don't care if they go 0-16 or whatever, 0-17 now, or shoot, 13-3, 14-3, whatever. I'm a Rams fan, but I am a truth teller. And tomorrow game, it worries me a lot because, like I said, San Francisco is they're nothing to be played with. Like what they did to the Steelers last week, like to hold the Steelers to net 1 yard close to the end of the first half is like pure dominance. Now, the Rams pretty much did the same thing to the Seahawks in the second half of that game. I think they held the Seahawks to like 9 yards into the like midway through the fourth quarter at one point. And it's like when you sit back and think about it, it's like, damn, that defense that no one knows their names, like outside of Donald, Ernest Jones, maybe Kobe Durant, you're gonna have a hard time naming the defense for the Rams. But they shut down that offense with Seattle last week. Vice versa, 49ers shut down Steelers offense. Now the Steelers offense, they're questionable. Kenny Pickett, he hasn't arrived yet as a young QB, so you never know what that's going to be like for the Steelers. But with all that being said, 49ers went out there and dominated both sides of the ball. And the number one thing that the Rams must do is stop Christian McCaffrey. For the past couple of years, whenever McCaffrey plays the Rams, he's had some of his best games, especially that first game with the 49ers that he had against the Rams. The dude was running for touchdowns. He threw a touchdown pass, caught a touchdown pass, over 150 scrimmage yards, all purpose yards. Like, he was all over the field in SoFi Stadium. So, wish they're calling it Levi South, the 49ers fans, but I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what's going on in LA. Like, whenever the 49ers show up, it looks like damn near the whole stadium is decked out in red. Hopefully that changes. We won a Super Bowl. Like, get it together, people in LA. Hell, at least be 65, 70% blue and gold or whatever. Not 65, 70% red and white or whatever the colors the 49ers call themselves having. But yeah, this is going to be a big game for both teams, especially the Rams. A lot of people, a lot of the so-called experts expect them to be tanking for Caleb Williams out of USC. But like I said, if they go out there and they actually win this game tomorrow, I think a lot of people are going to be put on notice because I think they are for real. Like Byron Young on the defense next to Aaron Donald, the way they ended that game last week in Seattle, I love to see that. Like first it was Young, the rookie, getting the sack. Then the future Hall of Famer Aaron Donald coming on the next play, just closing out the deal. Like if we get that same type of play tomorrow, it's gonna go. It's gonna be some good things. Along with the running game, Cam Akers has to hit the hole when it's open. I do not want to see all the stutter stepping like he's Marshall Faulk. You are not Marshall Faulk. You are Cam Akers. Be yourself. When you get that ball, you see that hole, just go. It's too many times I've seen him get caught up in the backfield where he has a crease, and for some reason, he takes the opposite direction, the harder route. Like, cut back and go. That's why Kyron Williams was getting the most of the touches last week because he was getting in there, cut back, go. Found the end zone twice, almost found it the third time. But he was getting explosive yardage and kept the chains moving. Cam Akers had that problem last year at the beginning of the year, which is why him and McVay kind of got into and had their issues. And they supposedly are, all resolved now, but we shall see. But I like to see Cam Akers hit that hole, hit that first cut, and just go. Don't hesitate. Don't do nothing. Because at the end of last year, when he started doing that, you see how last year ended. Ended the last 5 games with over 100 yards or something like that, and 6 touchdowns. It's like, dude, do that from the beginning, and then you will be fine. You won't have to worry about, someone taking your starting spot. Because I tell you this, if you go out there and struggle again these next few games, you think you're going to be the league dog on somebody else's team? No, because you put bad film out there. So it's like, and you're coming up in the contract year. It's like they already don't pay running back, so he needs to get it together when it comes to running. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But the receivers, I need that same consistency as last week. Puka, Tutu, and Van Jefferson. I couldn't believe the open pass that he dropped that could have been a big touchdown. Because if he would have caught it, he would have had enough space to make a move and score last week against Seattle. And he just blatantly dropped it. Wasn't nobody really around him. Can't have that happen against San Francisco. So Van Jefferson, you owe us one. I need about 5 or 6 catches, about 80, 95 yards, probably one tub. And, let Stafford spread that ball around. Cam Akers, get his butt in gear, catch out the backfield. Kyron Williams do his thing. And everything should be all right. But that 49ers defense is nothing to play with. Like Bosa, he's back. He ended his contract holdout, played last week, looked good, getting his legs back under him because he missed the whole training camp. Fred Warner, linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the league. Fongo in the secondary, the safety. Like these boys, they are on a mission after what happened to them last year in the NFC Championship game. So the Rams better not come out there taking nothing for granted. Like, yeah, you're at home. They don't mean nothing when you're going up against a team like this. They'll go in your own home stadium and blow you out by 30 points if you're not careful. So I'm really looking forward to this matchup. Like I said, I hope the Rams pull it out. I kind of got a feeling that they will. I think it's going to be like a 26-23 type game, field goal, game winner type of thing. If it's a Rams blowout, that'd be even better. But I just hope it's not a 49ers blowout. So don't end my week on a blowout. Get in there, do y'all thing. Let's get this W, go 2-0. But this has been a preview episode of the 49ers and Los Angeles Rams. Tune into the game tomorrow, Sunday late afternoon game, 4:05 p.m. Eastern on Fox. You guys have a great rest of the night. Enjoy your football Sunday, and we out.